Okay, kids, we're back for Video Game Choo Choo's final part of our first ever Game of the Year awards. It's been a long, arduous road.
No,
compromises were made, games were cut, and I can't believe we fucking cut Journey. Jesus Christ.
I don't give a damn.
God.
I don't give a damn.
Ah.
I ain't care.
You sons of bitches. Alright, so today we just have two.
What's wrong with being a son of a bitch, huh? Are you a sexist? Why are you using gendered slurs?
Let's talk about games.
Let's talk about games. We have, for today, worst piece of trash. And then we're going to go over the Game of the Year nominees and pick 10 games and then order them, and it's gonna be awful. I
can't believe that we have an award for me. I'm so excited to get worst piece of trash. Thank you, guys.
John,
excuse me.
We love you.
John, that's my award.
No, it's mine.
I'll claw your eyes out.
The Steven and John Worst Piece of Trash Award, okay?
That is my award, bitch! It's mine! Anyway.
What are you doing? Are you still drunk, Steven?
No.
Okay.
I was never drunk in the first place because Dean drinking is very bad.
You already admitted to it on this podcast.
What? No. Teen drinking is very, very, very bad.
Okay. Worst piece of trash.
I got that fake ID, though.
Here are our nominees. Defiance. Aliens Colonial Marines.
Wait, hold on. Wait, start over the list?
Defiance. Aliens Colonial Marines. Contrast. DMC. Dota 2. Evoland. And I feel like Ride to Hell is probably the real winner here, but I didn't play it.
Did you hear any of those?
No.
Damn, I was making armpit farts.
Well, good try. First off, cut DMC, come on. Come the fuck on.
No.
John?
Yes.
Yeah. Gonna cut DMC.
Yeah, John says yes, cut DMC.
Yeah, cut DMC.
Yeah, we're cutting DMC.
Fuck, wait. Dota 2 is the worst piece of trash.
Agreed. Fuck MOBAs.
Okay.
Fuck MOBAs.
So here's the thing. Neither of you played Dota 2.
I played Dota 2.
I have Dota 2 in my Steam library.
I played some fucking Dota 2, man, and let me tell you, it's bad.
What makes it the worst piece of trash?
Everything about it. It's boring as hell to play.
Have you ever had an IV put in and instead of like any kind of beneficial solution, they instead put in rusty knives?
Okay, shh.
Has that ever happened to you?
Steven, let me talk. Let me tell you about Dota 2. It is boring as fuck to play. Everyone who plays it, like 90% of the fucking fan base for Dota 2 are a bunch of trash people who take things way too seriously, and then it's fucking a...
But how much of that is the fault of the game?
It's still a boring ass game.
Right, but this is worst piece of trash, and if I'm being perfectly honest here,
most of the players of that game are Russian, so that should tell you something.
Okay, now I'm not being racist. I'm actually talking from like my legitimate feelings on Dota 2. I just cannot fathom. That game is fucking it's so annoying, and I don't want to. It's like it's not a poorly made game. It's so fucking stupid, and oh my god, I just hate it. I can't.
See, for once, John speaks not out of his hatred towards a certain race of people, in this case Russians.
Like, look, we could just cut it.
But he speaks of objective facts.
We can cut it, sure. We can cut it. I'm just saying, I fucking hate that game so much.
Where's Beyond Two Souls?
You didn't play it.
Where's Beyond Two Souls? I played it.
Did you play it?
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube. I played it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No.
David Cage Smith's a bad game. Did you play it?
No, that's why it's not.
I played it more than you did then. Because I watched the entire damn thing on YouTube.
This is Defiance and Aliens Colonial Marines. I don't feel like I'm gonna have to fight for that.
Terrible movie.
And I think Aliens takes it, and here's why. So
Beyond Two Souls is legitimately offensive in how bad it is.
You would need to actually play it, though.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
The things that were offensive in it have nothing to do with playing it. The fact that there are like 3 separate rape scenes in it is absolutely disgusting.
Sure.
The fact that David Cage introduces his own version of the afterlife and then in the credits dedicates 2 actual dead people and says, "I'll see you in the infra world" is absolutely disgusting.
I don't think the fact that David Cage
The fact that David Cage forces a romance over the course of the entire game and gives you, like, over 10 opportunities to say, no, I don't like this guy, and then at the end of the game, no matter what you do, you're gonna kiss that motherfucker and you're gonna like him because this is a romance story and you can't say no to it. You can't say no to this horribly abusive boy that has been treating you like shit this entire game. No, you're gonna kiss him and you're gonna like it, Ellen Page. That's disgusting. This entire fucking game is disgusting.
Sure. I mean, it's probably pretty bad.
And I don't have to play it to tell you that because I watched it on YouTube because it's a fucking movie.
I don't know.
It is David Cage's fetish movie, and it is disgusting.
That's something I'm not comfortable putting on here if we haven't actually played it. It's still a video game. It's still released on a video game platform.
Okay, alright, listen. I think
PS3 isn't a video game platform, it's a Blu-ray player.
Okay, hold up. Okay. No jokes. I think it's good that Steven mentioned it, but it shouldn't be on the list because none of us actually played it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you saying
So basically what I have to do in order to say a game is bad, don't play it, it's terrible, is to actually play it myself instead of being able to watch it on YouTube and see all of the content in the game. And because this game is a cinematic experience and not actually a video game in a traditional sense where the gameplay matters at all, I have to pay $60 to say that this game is bad.
Speak to that without actually playing it.
Yeah, I can.
And it doesn't matter
because the game is entirely linear
anyway. It's really not. Like, Defiance is literally unplayable. The frame rate is in the single digits. I mean, in addition to being a really boring, shitty game attached to the Sci-Fi Network, it's pretty unplayable.
Does Defiance have 3 separate rape scenes?
No, but we didn't play Beyond Two Souls.
I don't want to play Beyond Two Souls. Watching it on YouTube was enough to make me think that this is the worst piece of trash to ever been called a video game.
I don't know. I would have to play it. I'd have to actually play it in order to get an idea for what it is.
Okay. You give David Cage your money then.
I'll buy it used, whatever. So, I think it's Defiance and I think it's Aliens. Probably Ride to Hell gets an honorary mention for probably being the worst. But Aliens, I think, takes it because... So Aliens, I don't know if you guys have seen any, like, the photos or anything I posted of it. Aliens is a god-awful video game. I mean, really horrendous, but what makes it extra special awful is that it is basically... Have you guys seen The Producers, the movie?
Yeah, I know it's fraud. The entire game is fraud.
It is Springtime for Hitler. It is allegedly Springtime for Hitler.
According to the rumors, they took the money that they got in order to make Colonial Marines and they put it towards Borderlands 2.
Yep.
And instead of making Colonial Marines with all that money, they just made Borderlands 2.
And this is all alleged. This is all alleged and massive air quotes. And then they sold this thing for $60. And what I'm playing right now is barely a $10 game. It is.
And you paid like $2 for it.
I paid like $5 or something. I got a used copy for my 360.
Bad Rats.
I mean.
Oh, I know on Amazon they had it for $2.
Yeah, they had it for $2.
Like someone said this is the new Bad Rats and I did not get one because nobody's gonna buy that game anyway. I'd rather have Bad Rats.
Like Aliens. Maybe the multiplayer's pretty good. Never played it. The fact that they sold this $60 thing on actual lies.
Wait, did Bad Rats come out this year?
No, Bad Rats didn't come out this year. Bad Rats has been out since at least 2011.
What's Bad Rats?
Bad Rats is the joke game on Steam. Like, it always goes on sale during all of the sales for like less than $1 and you buy it and you give it to a friend and it is just this, it's technically a physics puzzler. But the physics are so ridiculously broken and the graphics in the game are just hideous that, like, there's no reason you would ever want to play Bad Rats. And they were saying that, Colonial Marines is the new Bad Rats.
It's really bad. I mean, like, maybe Ride to Hell is the new Bad Rats, cause everything I've seen about the game seems hilarious, but I can't.
We'll have to see if Ride to Hell goes on sale. Because Ride to Hell seems more like the new Big Rigs.
I have a copy in my house, I just didn't have the time.
Ride to Hell seems more like the Big Rigs Over the Road Racing, the new version of that, than it does any kind of Bad Rats.
Aliens
I don't think it will release the mimetic status of Bad Rats.
Aliens is really fucking bad. Steven, why don't you talk about Evoland? Because you seem to really not like that game, but I don't know if it hangs in this company.
It doesn't really...
Give it its day in court, at least.
I did not like that game very much at all, but it does not hold a candle to the present company. Evoland was aggressively disappointing.
Sure.
To the point. And on launch day, later parts of the game were very nearly unplayable just due to outrageously poor design choices. Like, later on in the game, like, the whole gist of the game is that, it's the evolution of video games. First you start off with no colors and Game Boy graphics, and then you work your way up, and then it's Final Fantasy. And the Final Fantasy parts, when I played it, had such awful random battles that you would literally take a step and get like a bajillion very high level enemies, and then you would like force your way through those, and then you take another step and to do it again. And then there was like other parts of it where it was like a sort of Zelda-ish, real strategy, fighting, whatever, Zelda-based combat, and that did not play well. And then later it started to parody Diablo a little bit, and that just, like, I have a several $1,000 gaming PC, and these graphics were nothing that should have caused frame rate decreases. And, like, during the Diablo parody where there were large amounts of enemies on the screen, the frame rate dropped for no apparent reason. And I doubt that that was a design thing. I think that was just sheer incompetence.
Yeah, it sounds pretty bad.
Everything about that game was just very poorly made.
But, like,
very cute. It was a cute idea made by people that did not know what they were doing.
You can play it and it was not sold on actual lies. Like, if you want to look at, like, the comparisons...
They lied by telling me that it was a good game, but other than that, no, I would not say that it was sold on actual lies.
Like, have you seen the comparisons between, like, Aliens, the thing they were showing off in the final product?
Oh, of course. Of course, I've seen that.
I
was excited
ridiculous.
for Colonial... I was legitimately excited for Colonial Marines, but because I'm not a mook, I waited until the game came out and then started watching reviews, unlike a certain person named Mike.
No, I just bought it like 5 days ago.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying as a general statement, you do that. Because you're a schlub.
I'll do that, yeah.
You bought the X-Bone on the hope that the games would be good, instead of waiting.
I mean, I need it for this fucking podcast.
I don't have one and I'm on it.
Yeah, because I knew you two guys were never going to get one. Not a crazy person.
I think it's great that Mike has an Xbox One because, yeah, we could talk about Xbox One games. We should be covering everything.
Yeah.
And we're basically saying what I would have been saying anyway in the case that he didn't get it. I would have just said, well, the reviews said that,
we need to form our own opinions. We're our own website.
Yeah.
I'm capable of forming my own opinions by reading reviews of things and coming to the conclusion that based on these reviews where a lot of different people say it's good, it's not good, or if it is good, it is my opinion that this game is not worth buying.
Well, eventually we're going to be getting games before the reviews come out so we can review them and discuss them and have arguments.
Yeah, but at that point I won't be spending money on it, so I make my decisions based on spending money.
Yeah, I guess, but there was nothing.
Mike has never had that problem because he lives a life of luxury. Mike wipes his ass with $400 bills. I've never even seen a $400 bill.
I am the Wolf of Wall Street.
Have you seen, that part of Breaking Bad where Huel and, what's-his-face, Kubi or whatever, just lay down on the money?
Yeah.
That's Mike. That's Mike's actual bed.
So, Aliens wins Defiance runner-up?
He pays people pieces of his bed to keep the silverfish out of it. Okay. Anyway,
Aliens
whatever
wins
Mike
Defiance
just said.
Runner-up. Alright.
Why not?
What about Contrast, John? Just, talk about why it's bad.
It's an extremely rushed game for the PS4. They just wanted it out so they could have something for free, and
it's not even the PS4 exclusive though. That's the thing. It's on Steam too.
Is it?
Yeah, it's on Steam.
Oh, well, then that makes it worse, because holy shit, that game is bad.
It's just a bad game.
It's ugly. The gameplay mechanics are shoddily done.
But it was free.
Yeah, it was free. I'm so glad I downloaded this game. Ugh.
I'll stab you in the chest for free too. No complaining.
I could go outside and find a dog turd and I could bring that in my house. That's
for free.
No
I got
way.
some in the backyard. Here you go right there. I don't even like the dogs. Go for it. I'll give you dogs to give you dog turds for free.
I have dogs. Don't worry about that.
Come to my house. I'll give you my dogs, please.
Alright, are you guys ready for the big
yeah,
thing?
let's get this over with.
Alright, here are our nominees for Game of the Year, culled from our personal lists. This is in alphabetical order. Ace Attorney 5, Animal Crossing New Leaf, Antichamber, Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, Bioshock Infinite, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, Dive Kick, DMC Devil May Cry, Doki Doki Universe, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, Gone Home, Gunpoint, Hate Plus, The Last of Us, The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, Mario 3D World, Super Mario 3D World, that's in the wrong place. Metal Gear Rising:
it's okay.
Revengeance,
Mario goes under M.
Metro Last Light, Pikmin 3, Pokemon X and Y, Saints Row 4, The Stanley Parable, and SteamWorld Dig. It's a pretty damn good list of games.
Yes, it is.
I'm happy with that.
So let's just get it all out of the way. What are we going to knock off before we start ordering things?
So, they've done this for Giant Bomb before. I don't know why they're not doing it anymore, but, I think we should go around and nominate cuts until we have 15 and then go from there.
Okay.
Hold on, let me count how many games we have here. 23. So not that bad of an overlap. We just need to cut 7 games before we go into the 15.
Okay, I would like to nominate that we cut Pokemon X and Y and Animal Crossing New Leaf.
But one at a time, Steven. It's like you go first, and then John goes, and I'll go.
I would like to nominate that we cut Pokemon off.
John, this one's from your list. And
That's fair.
You think that's fair?
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay.
John, what do you cut?
I say, just to get it out of the way, let's get rid of Doki Doki Universe, cause yeah, that's just like a personal thing.
Sure.
I've never even heard of that, so yeah. Okay.
You gave a good reason for that being on your list. I'll do the same thing and fall on my sword for Hate Plus.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say, because I don't think either of you have played it, SteamWorld Dig.
Sure.
I heard that was really good though.
It is really good, but neither of you have
point.
played it. I would recommend getting it for the 3DS because I have the Steam version. It's still very good, but that is a much better portable poopin' game.
Okay.
Alright. Well, yes, John. You go.
Okay, I'm gonna do another fall on my sword. I'm gonna take off Phase 25.
Really? Based on what you told me, I could see that going.
No, listen, I think that the ending to that game is really great, and there's some good stuff all through it, but I just think that it's not gonna break through the top 10. I don't think.
It was good, but
for top 15?
I think it was very good, but I don't think it's gonna blow any minds either.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it would be good for top 15.
I think the only reason that it's on this list is because we're kind of scraping for anything to put on a Game of the Year list this year that isn't just the obligatory titles.
I wouldn't go that far. I think
that this year, because there are so many obligatory titles for Game of the Year, and that we're just kind of listing anything that we thought was good.
I don't know. I didn't have that problem. Like, there was a lot of stuff I called, but I think I played way more stuff than you guys did.
You did, but I still culled a lot of things off of my list still.
Yeah.
But
I remember Gunpoint was on yours at some point.
Yeah, and I took it off just because there's other things that I enjoyed
and
more.
Doki Doki Universe, that made total sense for you. When I read that, I was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Hold on. So, that was Ace 25 for you?
Yeah. I think we're getting tricky now.
Yeah. No, it becomes a little harder. I think Metro can go.
Okay.
I like that game a lot, but alright. It's, yeah.
I would like to nominate DMC to get taken off because Metal Gear blows it out of the water in every single aspect.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, alright. Okay. That can... You guys want to just keep cutting until we reach 10?
Sure.
Instead of just worrying
Let's just keep cutting until we start arguing, pretty much.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so, John, you're next.
Blood Dragon.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I like Blood Dragon a lot, but okay.
I like Blood Dragon, but no.
Cut?
Then, Steven, what would you say instead?
What would I say instead of Blood Dragon?
Well, what's your offer?
Let me have another look.
We're into some tough shit.
I would like to say Pikmin 3.
Alright.
I didn't play that.
Alright, that's fair. Alright.
I think that we should try to cut things that all three of us didn't play. Just, maybe.
So then, with that in mind, and knowing this group of people, then I will nominate The Last of Us. Are you guys?
Yeah. I would not object to The Last of Us. I
really like it. It's high on my list, but
never mind.
I'll cut Assassin's Creed instead.
Okay, I think that's fair.
All right.
Assassin's Creed.
We'll come.
That's
to
a good game. I think Assassin's
interested.
Creed looks like a good game, but I don't think it's like Game of the Year material compared to what it stands for.
Yeah, I'm interested in it. I'm probably going to pick up the PS4 version sometime soon.
Again, Assassin's Creed is on my list. In this group of people who haven't played it, it's fair to cut it.
Okay.
Steven.
Back to me. Let's see. I want to cut Dive Kick.
Yes.
I'm
yes. Yes.
Nope.
Let's cut
Dive Kick is Dive Kick is a very good game, and I enjoy it, and I enjoy what it stands for, everything that goes along with it. I don't think compared to what is going to be on this final list that I'm predicting here, I think that Dive Kick does not compare.
Let's cut Dive Kick. Let's fucking cut it. Let's cut that shit.
I don't want to.
Here's why Dive Kick sucks.
Fair. What's your counter proposal then? What would you cut? That's fair. What would you cut?
Wait, what, John?
I'm counting to see how many we have. Okay, hang on. What I would cut instead of Dive Kick?
Yeah.
Well, I don't care about Zelda. And I know you're gonna fight about that, though.
Oh, I'm gonna fight about that.
I feel like all three of our personal game of the years are probably going to be on this list, unless I can convince Steven to help me cut Dive Kick.
You make me cut Zelda? I'm not gonna cut Zelda.
No, Zelda should be on this list.
I still want to get rid of Blood Dragon, because I don't think that's going to be on the top 10. We're already down to 14.
Okay.
What about Steven cuts Blood Dragon and you cut Dive Kick?
I don't know. I'm not giving up Dive Kick.
I think we should cut Dive Kick. I think there is literally no reason I should have to struggle against the menus to change the resolution.
Mike, there are literally 2 buttons.
Yeah,
that is your own dumb fault.
Yeah, that is you.
I will use every ableist slayer that is running around my brain to insult you for what you just said, because you deserve it.
There are 2 buttons.
Yeah, and
there are 2 buttons.
Yeah. Let me use
Is that too hard for you?
No, just use the 2 buttons. It works perfectly fine.
It's like the thing with Brothers where you have to relearn how to control, except you use it to navigate the fucking menus.
Mike.
Yeah.
Mike?
Yeah.
2 buttons is a joke. That is part of the joke, and you are struggling with a joke.
And then it's a shitty joke.
It's not a shitty joke. I think it's great.
I don't think we're going to be able to cut Dive Kick. I just think that game is not very good.
Mike?
Yeah.
Your ass is going to be kicked if you insult Dive Kick because you had trouble with the menus. Your technical issues because of your own sheer stupidity are not grounds to take things off of lists, especially amazing things like Dive Kick.
Listen,
what about
listen.
Kind of unfunny at times, super in-jokey nature of literally everything?
What about you gave The Walking Dead a poor review because you played it on a machine it was not intended to be
9 out of 10. In what world is 9 out of 10 a poor review?
The same world where you rated Call of Duty Black Ops 2 a 10 out of 10 on the same day.
They're not even the same kind of game. You fucking lunatic.
You ever heard of the definition of insanity? I'm a crazy motherfucker.
So we're cutting Far Cry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
And that was yours, John?
Yeah.
Alright, then, we have 13 left.
Yeah.
Does Animal Crossing make it?
Fuck no.
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
Animal Crossing and Pokemon do not deserve to be on any sort of Game of the Year list, in my opinion.
Right, now it gets tough. Steven, we have... How many games do we have? I think 1, 2,
We need
3.
to cut 2 more.
Yeah, we have 12.
2 more.
Cut 2 more.
Okay, what have we already cut? Let's see. Let me just look through the list.
Here, let me go over what we have on the list right now for the people listening in.
Okay.
You got Antichamber, BioShock Infinite, Brothers, Dive Kick, Gone Home, Gunpoint, Last of Us, Zelda, Mario, Revengeance, Saints Row, and Stanley Parable.
I vote for BioShock Infinite.
Ooh, I was waiting for you to say
John
that.
Machonsky, allow me to make my case.
Okay, alright.
Earlier, you said that the game was just okay, and there is no room on this list for okay games.
I do not think the game is just okay.
Your opinion
I'm also
does
not
matter.
saying it has to be 10, like number 1. We can put it on like the bottom 5, but I think that game is going to be important going forward, and that's even if you discount the fact that I really enjoyed that game. Like I
think that if that game makes the top 10, I quit. I've given you a powerful weapon. I've made a mistake.
You made a terrible move, Steven. I
put my cards on the table and I had absolutely nothing. I had a Joker and a Monopoly card.
Like, Bioshock Infinite's
I had
combat.
the instructions card.
I really enjoyed the combat. I liked the swashbuckling, fast-paced nature of it. I think the story, I will totally admit the way it does the whole, the oppressor just as bad as the oppressor's thing is kind of shitty.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, that's dumb, but like.
A lot of aspects of the story are very poorly handled, and for a game that is lauded for its story, I
still think the story overall is pretty good. Like, I like the way it starts out by subverting your expectations about what a Bioshock game is, then narrows and narrows until it's not really about the aspects that made Bioshock 1 so popular. It gets away from that in ways you don't really notice until the game, to use your metaphor from earlier, Steven, shows its cards. At which point it's like, this isn't what you were thinking. And I understand that rubs a lot of people the wrong way because that's what they wanted. But
I think that Bioshock Infinite, even if it's trying to step away from Bioshock, what the final result was just Bioshock 1, but extremely watered down. They took all of the things that people enjoyed. I think that they took a lot of the things that people enjoyed from the original Bioshock, all of those gameplay mechanics, and they tried to filter them and distill them into something that suited an action environment, and they failed miserably. That is my opinion of the combat.
How?
Okay, well, let's review. What is one thing in Bioshock 1 that would have benefited Bioshock Infinite, given the fact that it is more combat-oriented? The ability to take health kits with you was something that you could do in Bioshock 1. Can't do that in Infinite. Instead, you just heal whenever you get a kit. That is counterintuitive to the gameplay.
But they also give you a regenerating shield.
That is worth absolutely nothing because it's gone almost instantly. And for like a significant portion of the game, you either have no regenerating shield, that you have this regenerating shield that is completely worthless, or you dump upgrade points into it that could be used for something more practical. Like, everything about that game's combat system contradicts itself, especially when compared to the things that came before it and the things that they removed from the things that came before it.
But I don't know that was ever my problem, because like, the shield just didn't run out for me that much. I played that game on normal, and I had a pretty good time. And I think like it does
tell you, dude. I don't know what to tell you, dude. You played through Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance without realizing that the story even existed, so you are a special case.
That's because they fucking hid it.
Okay, shh, Mike.
You are an anomaly on legs.
Okay, let me plead my case for Infinite. All right, let me talk about what I liked and what I didn't like.
Okay.
I thought the gameplay was fine, but I didn't really like Bioshock 1. So that might explain my stance. I thought that Bioshock Infinite was fun, gameplay-wise. I thought that the environment, the idea, the concept of Columbia is interesting, but the execution was fucking abysmal.
How so?
Just the goddamn fact that you could walk into that one shop area after people have become aware of you and there were radio alerts that there is a guy kidnapping Elizabeth, and you're able to walk into that shop area with Elizabeth right next to you with a gun out, and you're not able to put the fucking gun away, and nobody says anything to you. That is insane!
There are a lot of gameplay and story segregation incidences in that game. If I weren't insanely tired right now, I could go on this amazing rant about why I don't like Bioshock Infinite. It would, under normal circumstances, it would actually be very well construed, but because my mind is in another country right now, I'm not able to more accurately.
I'm just saying, I am very, like, I would give Bioshock Infinite like a 7. Like, that's what I'm saying. I think it's an okay game. I just think that it falls apart Like, okay, a lot of people that are putting Bioshock Infinite on their top 10 lists are saying, oh, if you put it under a microscope, if you put anything like Bioshock Infinite under a microscope, you're gonna see a bunch of flaws. And you need to realize.
That's my problem with it, is that when you really start to look at it, it has so many flaws that they just add up and add up. It's
less that, oh, there's a bug here and there in the time loop that doesn't make any sense, that if you're a big fucking nerd, you're gonna figure. No, there are intense wrongs. The fact that they give you this person of color character to team up with, who's leading a big huge group of oppressed people of color in this magic white people land, and then you time skip and it just turns out, oh yeah, guess what, they're all shitty now because that's what happens with black people, am I right? Yeah, like, of course, it's fucking awful.
I also found that a lot of the portrayal of the historical issues that they presented with the issues of race was very theme park.
That's
and
the point,
I don't think that actually. Please let me finish talking.
Okay.
I think that the way that they portrayed racism was very theme park, and in that sense, it was actually kind of genuinely insulting to the issue, because they portrayed it in this weirdly clean, politically correct way where they say, like, oh, I don't like those Negroes, that's supposed to be a shockingly offensive statement, when really, for the period, that would be an incredibly kind way of putting it. When they try to portray all these people as being so horrible, they try to, have this issue of race, but then they pussyfoot around it so much so that they don't step on any toes. I think that's just genuinely offensive to trying to use that as a story. In
no AAA game could you get away with the kind of things that they could have said. For the period.
Okay, wait a minute. Why?
Because a man with a suit would come in and say you can't say the N-word.
But why?
Because
why is it okay for that to be on TV? Why is it okay for me as a child, going to school, elementary school, middle school, going to school, public school in Georgia, I'll be able to go there and watch a violent-ass movie about how slaves were treated way back when, during the period that Bioshock Infinite takes place. Not slaves, but second-class citizens, African Americans. Why am I, as a child, able to go watch that in a movie in my school? But when it comes to a video game that's trying to tackle that as part of its narrative, that is just too sensitive. We cannot have that. We have to clean that up and make it theme park.
I agree, because they go as far as they feel like they were allowed to. Remember the part where you can throw through at the interracial couple?
You remember the shantytown, though? All the little things you find along the way. It's not
the point that I'm making is that Bioshock Infinite tries to dip its feet into an uncomfortable topic without making people uncomfortable, and I think that comes across as disingenuous, and I think that is completely wasted potential. They tried to be this game that does something different, but they didn't want to try hard enough. They didn't want to step on any toes. They tried to be different, but they didn't want to be too different. They didn't want to step too far over the boundaries of what people are used to. And that is what makes Bioshock Infinite so fucking awful to me.
See, that's the thing.
They wanted to do this big, awesome thing where they challenge what people are expecting in video games, but then someone came forward and said, no, you can't do that. You can't use these themes that you want to the extent that you want to. Please clean it up and make it Disney Channel. Please make it a Disney Channel original movie about what racism was like in the early 1800s.
Here's my middle ground. I'm being super Switzerland about this because this is just how I feel. You are right, Stephen, but Mike is also right. But that's what sucks about AAA development.
And I also feel like they're trying to portray Columbia as this place where everything is just kind of below the surface. It's not always in your face. The baseball scene, that's totally in your face, but it's an establishing moment. You need to be able to see what this place is all about from the word go, and then it sets the tone. And
I'm not even saying that the baseball scene is bad in terms of it's so shocking, because really it isn't.
No, of course.
The baseball scene.
Not. But in terms of subtlety, not whether someone's saying, oh, let's burn all the N-words. I'm talking about the way they tell the story, not about what the content is.
And what I'm trying to say is that the way that they go about telling the story with the content that is the story, the way that they go about telling that story is so poorly handled and so pussyfooting that it's offensive to the source material. It is offensive to the themes. where they're trying to say, wow, racism was bad, but we don't want to show you how bad it was because you might get offended, and we don't want to do that. You can't have your cake and then not eat it. It's just the way that they handled these themes, where they tried to have their big mature themes, but they didn't actually take it in any sort of mature direction, is offensive to the topic. I
don't know that
hate this game
true.
so much. Well,
and I feel like I do get what you're saying, and I think the real issue is that they didn't quite pull off the sleight of hand swap as well as they could have, because ultimately that game is not really about any of those things. And when it does, like, pull the curtain, pull the thing, like the tablecloth up the table, like some of the glasses fall over, you know?
And that is the problem, is that not a lot of people are willing to acknowledge that the glasses fall over, and if you dare to try to say, oh hey, when you pulled that sheet some glasses fell over, they say, oh no they didn't, you're just a nerd. Nobody would notice that. I mean, there's broken glass everywhere, but only a big fat neckbeard virgin would notice that those glasses fell over. No!
But I think it's also pretty cool that the fucking vase full of roses is still on the table. At least for me. You can point out the fucking glass everywhere, but I think the meta...
The broken glass is still
really
dangerous.
Don't step on the broken glass, I guess. I don't know. In what fucking magic show are you not wearing shoes? And this is, I guess, where the metaphor falls apart. But
Mike, that is the dumbest thing that has ever come out of your mouth for multiple reasons.
I'm making a fucking joke.
Good.
So the thing is with BioShock is I really like the sci-fi element of it, and I feel like I was able to... the racism stuff didn't really bother me so much, because when the time came for them to say, okay, this is what it's really about, that's the thing I was coming back to as part of the game I enjoyed.
I just didn't enjoy any aspect of that game. I didn't enjoy what they used in terms of the historical theming. I did not enjoy what the story was really about. I didn't enjoy the gameplay. I thought that, especially when you compared it to the gameplay of the original game and even the sequel, even BioShock 2 as a game is a better game than BioShock Infinite, in my opinion. Just in terms of the sheer mechanics. As in, like, a more combat-oriented BioShock 2 does it way better because it doesn't remove all of the, like, good gameplay elements that the original had. I just don't like that game. I don't want it on the list.
I really do. I think it's important as a game. I think the fact that we're having because we're having these conversations and we both have enough ammo. I think
so. You think that
density of the game.
You think that this game should be on a list of quality because it is so inherently flawed that it inspires good conversation?
No, I think it's a really good game. I just think in this group of people, that's the excuse I have to use. I think it's a really fucking good game. I'm not saying it has to be number one.
I'm not saying it has to be number 10 either.
I think it should be
I don't think it should be on the list at all. I think it should be number 11 off the list because I don't like that game. It's not good. And there are a number of very valid reasons why I can say that game does not deserve any sort of recognition.
And I can say the opposite and still have a valid point. I think that game is fucking great. I would not have given it a really high score if I did not honestly enjoy that game. John, what do you think? Where are you with this?
I really hate being Switzerland. I really do. This sucks. But I don't have any other opinion to BioShock other than just that I think it's a 7 out of 10. Like, I just feel like it's just okay. Like, there is so much wrong with it, but I had fun with the gameplay and I had fun with little things here and there, and I loved Columbia in theory. Like, just Jesus Christ.
So, John Wachowski, I respect your position. I respect that you think that the game is just okay.
Can you live with it being on this list if it's number 10?
Do you think
that's my problem, is
any space on this list for a game that is just okay, considering that the rest of the games on the list, all of the rest of the nominees can be described as phenomenal? Do you think in a list of phenomenal games, one that can only be described as okay belongs on it?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I liked 10 games more than I like BioShock. I mean, obviously, it's not on my list.
Sure.
But I'm looking at this list. And I don't think there are 10 games on this list that I like more than BioShock. I don't know.
So can you live with it being number 10?
I mean, yeah, of course I can live with it being number 10, but at the same time, I have the exact same feeling with it not being on the list. I have the exact same feeling for both. Okay, okay. Alright. See, like, my big problem is that I didn't care about what I played of Antichamber.
Sure.
So, I mean, I'm kinda just like, get that off, whatever. And then, all the rest of these games, Dive Kick Down, I want all those to stay. I'm not super crazy about Brothers, so it's pretty much just like, I don't know if I care about BioShock more than Brothers or not.
I would rather see The Last of Us go than BioShock, I think.
I don't know. I don't think so.
You didn't even have fun playing The Last of Us.
If I may voice my opinion.
Sure.
I find that The Last of Us is at the very least more technically impressive than BioShock Infinite is. And in terms of gameplay, I had more fun with The Last of Us than I did with BioShock Infinite. There are less flaws in The Last of Us.
There are many, many games I would rather see go than BioShock, and I think The Last of Us and Brothers, I can live with both of those going.
I think it's kind of crazy that you don't want The Last of Us on this list.
I really enjoyed BioShock.
Like, it's surprising to me that you're not fighting for Last of Us more over BioShock. That's really surprising.
I think that should speak to how much I honestly, truly enjoyed that game. Like,
I think that's fair. I think that's fair, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, I wanna finish The Last of Us because just from the things that I have heard, like, reference to, I wanna play that more, but it's just, I'm super bad at it.
What about Mario?
I love Mario. Don't touch that shit.
I'm looking at this list and, like, what stands out to me, based on all of us, are Antichamber, BioShock, and Brothers. And I don't think any of us are going to let any of those other games go. I mean, actually, I could let The Last of Us go too. So, like, Antichamber, BioShock, Brothers, and The Last of Us, I feel like are the games that will go the easiest.
Yeah.
Stephen, what about you? You put Antichamber on your list.
I feel like Antichamber could come off the list pretty easily. I would still very much like BioShock Infinite to not be on the list. And I don't know. I could live without The Last of Us being on the list, but I do believe that that game deserves recognition for what it did. Even if I didn't finish it, and I'm willing to give it that from what I've seen of it, it impressed me far more than any given point in BioShock Infinite.
I feel like Stanley Parable we all liked enough. Like, I know Steven enjoyed it more than I did, and like, I can at least appreciate it, even
I didn't play Stanley Parable, so I can't talk about it.
Sure. Saints Row 4 is really high on my list. I know John enjoyed it a lot as well.
Yeah.
Metal Gear, I don't think I played that game correctly, as we've already established, but I'm more than fine with it being on the list. Mario 3D World, you guys seem to really enjoy. Link Between Worlds, I also really enjoyed. It's not on my list either, but again, totally see why it's on here. Last of Us, I feel like all of us want to give the game some recognition, but I don't really know. Gunpoint is my favorite game of 2013 by a wide margin. Gone Home, all of us seem to enjoy. Dive Kick, that's John's. John is gonna cut people. Brothers, is another game I feel like I want to recognize too, but I feel like that's one of the ones that can go pretty easily.
I just feel like compared to all these other ones, like, I appreciate what Brothers is trying to do. And like I said, knowing what the game's creator went through puts it into perspective.
Sure.
And I feel like it's an important thing for him to put out and talk about.
I feel the same way about Brothers. I found the story to be engaging, even if it was slightly predictable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
While I did find the mechanics to be less than satisfactory, I appreciate that they tried to do something different, and I greatly appreciate the art direction of it.
Yeah.
So, given the fact that, yes, my main criticism of Bioshock Infinite was that I don't like the gameplay, and I thought the story was very, very, very lacking, at no point did the story of Brothers' Tale of Two Sons offend me, so I would vote to keep Brothers.
Can we at least get rid of Antechamber?
Yeah.
Why not?
And then we just have to cut one more game.
Okay. I feel like just based on the conversations that we had and how we feel about these games, Mike, I know that you feel super strongly about Bioshock, and Steven, I know that you feel super strongly against Bioshock, but I just feel like for a site-wide list, for this, our entire site's list, I feel like just because we agree better on these are supposed to be the 10 games that we agree the most on, I feel like we should cut Bioshock just as a number 11, because I think these other 10 games, I think we agree a lot more that they are good.
I can live with that, I think. I mean, I've said my piece on Bioshock, it's on my list. You can, by the time this goes up, you can read about it, on the site.
Yeah.
And I'm really fucking sad to see it go.
I just think it's fair that we...
Yeah. I think we're a site-wide list.
It is a site-wide list thing, and it is a close... Like I said, you loved it, Steven hated it, I thought it was in the middle. I feel like it being quote-unquote number 11 is fair.
Okay. You know, I think that's fair too.
Alright.
Give me 1 second.
Alright. Now we gotta get this shit in order.
Yeah. Alright, I took a stab at ordering this list, just because it's better than to have something to go on than nothing.
Okay.
Based on all the conversations we've had about these games. And based on, like, our feelings about this stuff.
Okay.
Alright. Number 10, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons.
Okay.
Number 9, The Last of Us. Number 8, Gunpoint. Number 7, Dive Kick. Number 6, The Stanley Parable. Number 5, Link Between Worlds. Number 4, Mario 3D World. Number 3, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Number 2, Gone Home. Number 1, Saints Row 4. Let's start from 6 to 10 and then work our way up. How do we feel about Brothers, Last of Us, Gunpoint, Dive Kick, Stanley Parable?
I felt that was pretty fair.
Mm-hmm.
I think that...
Alright, hang on. Let me write it down in front of me. Okay, so it's Brothers.
Yeah, I'll just copy paste it.
Okay, alright.
I mean, if I'll be completely honest, the only issue that, aside from, the entire list seems pretty fairly ordered based on our opinions, our conversations.
Mm-hmm.
The only issue that I took was Metal Gear Rising not being in first place, but
No, like, okay,
that's my own list.
Yeah,
honestly,
it's on your list.
Honestly,
yeah.
I don't think Saints Row 4 should be number 1, no.
What do you think?
At the very least, I don't think that Saints Row 4 would be better than Metal Gear Rising.
Should we swap Gone Home and Saints Row?
No, I think, like, no joke, not joking here.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say, I don't care where Saints Row is, I really think that we should at least Schumer Rising being number 1.
I would be willing to take Metal Gear Rising being better than Saints Row and not caring where it is in the list.
I think Saints Row 4 should be like 5 or 6.
Definitely.
So you think?
I don't know how much you liked it, Mike, though. Let's talk about it.
It's number 2 on my list.
Okay.
I think for the first time in a long time, I was really excited to get around an open world.
I think so. Okay. Like
movement mechanics are something so many games forget about these days, and it was just straight up fun to get around and collect shit. I feel like open world games have been moving away from that for a while, and like Volition just coming in and showing them all how it's done. I think the writing is really fantastic in most cases. You get a robot blowjob. I think that game looks really fucking good.
I think Saints Row 4 should be number 4.
You think number 4?
I think number 4.
Alright.
I'd say that's fair.
Yeah. Alright. So...
I think, look, I'm gonna be straight with y'all.
Sure.
I mean, this is John's super serious mode. Like, I think I think we should swap Brothers and Dive Kick.
Okay. I am fine with that.
That's fair.
And I think we should... Okay, no, after you do that, though, swap Gunpoint and Brothers.
That's what I was about to suggest.
Yeah.
And I'm happy you did it for me. So where we are right now, number 10, Dive Kick, number 9, The Last of Us, number 8, Brothers, number 7, Gunpoint, number 6, The Stanley Parable, number 5, Link Between Worlds, number 4, Saints Row 4, number 3, Mario 3D World, number 2, Metal Gear Rising, number 1, Gone Home.
I don't know how I feel about Gone Home being number 1. I know that it's a number 1 for a lot of different people, and I'm not saying that it's bad at all.
No, it's on this list.
I greatly enjoyed the game.
I feel like we also have to all agree on this for number 1.
Yeah, this is not coming from me wanting to push Metal Gear as number 1.
Right.
I just don't think that Gone Home is number 1 either.
I think that's fair.
But I don't want to move Metal Gear down anywhere. So
I just think based on our tastes, based on how we played through those games, like what we discussed, what we have covered, what we have done this year, I still think it's perfectly fair that we have Rising as our number 1.
I really don't. I'm fine with it being on this list. I'm fine with it even being number 2. I really don't think it's the best game released this year, and I really don't think it's the best game on this list.
Then what should be?
I think I'd be fine with either Gone Home or Saints Row 4. I'd be fine with... I want to say pretty much everything on this list, but I haven't played Mario. And I feel like maybe if I played
Mario is most certainly not. I don't think...
Just put Dive Kick. Put Metal Gear in second place, shift it around so that Gone Home is still in the top 3, and put Dive Kick in the number 1.
I'll fucking kill you all.
Only I'm allowed to kill you, Mike Sama.
How would you guys feel if I put Gunpoint at number 1?
I wouldn't like it.
I wouldn't be happy.
Yeah.
I'd be alright with you bumping Gunpoint up a little bit more, but I wouldn't like it at number 1.
I would be alright with that too.
In terms of this list, I know what I don't want in the number 1 spot.
Which is that?
Most of it.
Huh.
I'm okay with every single thing being on this list, but as soon as you ask me what I want in the number 1 spot, Metal Gear Rising is legitimately the only thing that I'm cool with being there.
Okay, Mike, can you repost the new list?
Yeah, hold on. When did we move up Gunpoint to...
I was just gonna say, over Stanley Parable.
Yeah, me too.
I really like the Stanley Parable.
I do too, that's why it's on this list. But again, that
I have my own list.
That white room ending is really bad.
I feel like that was the point of the white room ending, but at the same time, I'm very much willing to acknowledge that having the white room ending even in there was a mistake.
Sure. Alright, this is the list as it stands right now.
This white room ending is very pretentious art gamey, and it is not presented in a facetious way at all.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking right now.
Okay.
Based on all 3 of us, and the only reason this is lower than it is because I haven't finished it, but maybe Link Between Worlds should be number 1, because that game is really good.
I would be cool with that.
I haven't touched Link Between Worlds.
You need to. It is the best game on the 3DS.
I don't like Zelda games.
I don't like Zelda games.
Even if you don't like Zelda games, you will enjoy Link Between Worlds. It is the best Zelda game.
Well, I mean, let's go through all these and because I feel like every game on this list is going to have someone who's saying, no, that shouldn't be number 1. I feel like the only games that, people would go about are, Gunpoint, Link, and Gone Home, and, the rest of them are, straight no.
There are a lot more straight no's than there are just, I don't know how I feel about that.
Sure.
And in my opinion, I think Gone Home is a straight no for number 1, but I still think it deserves to be in the top 3.
Okay.
So.
I think that's totally fair.
Yeah.
Gone Home, really good game. My only main problem with it is that I've often found myself more invested in the side stories that had less direct. I was far more engrossed in exploring the house and piecing together the other stories than I was with Sam's story, and I realized that...
But I think that's kind of a positive.
That is a positive, yeah. That's just my feelings towards the game, and I'm feeling like I need to acknowledge that I'm probably missing something.
Yeah.
By not having, like, any kind of first-hand experience with Sam's experiences.
Yeah, I mean, like, if any of us had to go through, coming out to
if any of us had been there, I think that all three of us would be very willing to say, oh yes, Gone Home #1, but because we have that sort of, I don't know, disconnect, it's less of an emotional, like, really, like, sweet thing and more of just like, oh, that was cute. That was a cute love story.
Yeah.
We have less of a personal connection, so it isn't much more than a cute love story to us.
But let me argue, because I think Gone Home,
or at least to me,
Gone Home in the #1 spot, I think does feel kind of right to me. But the way
I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but like I said, I just
the way it tells those side stories and the way it does kind of tell that main story is all really well done, and I think.
Everything in Gone Home is expertly crafted.
Yeah, and it exemplifies, I think, the medium at its best. Like, this is what games can do, because, like, you are interacting with this house, and you're getting the story back as you interact with it. It is a game. I think that's the real irony of it, is that for everyone saying, oh, this isn't a game, it really is. This wouldn't work if it wasn't a game.
I mean, it's much more of a game than any of the other kind of exploration games that have been coming out, like Dear Esther.
Yeah.
Like, this is far more of a game because the game is exploring, and it gives you a hell of a lot to explore.
Sure.
It's not a walking thing, like with Stanley Parable or Dear Esther.
Exactly.
There is game to it. There is interaction. There is player engagement. I think that the attention to detail and all the stuff in Gone Home is absolutely fantastic. And I suppose I would not be opposed to it being #1.
Yeah, I think it's something really special.
It is something very special. If only for the fact that it is outstanding in what it sets out to do.
And I think that's something to be acknowledged.
I think that's fair. But let's look through the list again. I'm not saying what for #1. I'm just saying let's make sure we got all our ducks in the right row.
Right. I'm just going to read it out again.
Okay.
You guys tell me if this sounds good. Okay. #10, Dive Kick. #9, The Last of Us. #8, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. #7, The Stanley Parable. #6, Gunpoint. #5, A Link Between Worlds. #4, Saints Row 4. #3, Mario 3D World. #2, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. And #1, Gone Home.
That sounds fair.
What about you, John?
Mike, are you okay with where The Last of Us is? Do you want to bump that up anywhere?
But I think The Last of Us is fun, considering, where all of us...
I think it's fine where it is.
I mean, if...
Considering our collective opinions.
I would put Gunpoint at #4. But that's the only change I'd make.
I would be okay with you putting Gunpoint higher if Saints Row 4 went lower.
Yeah, like Gunpoint.
And Link Between Worlds did not change places.
So what about we swap Gunpoint and Saints Row 4?
I'm fine with that.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Alright, I think that's our list.
One last time.
Yeah.
Dive Kick at #10, Last of Us at #9, #8 is Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, #7, The Stanley Parable, #6, Saints Row 4, #5, A Link Between Worlds, #4, Gunpoint, #3, Mario 3D World, #2, Metal Gear Rising, #1, Gone Home.
Okay.
Sounds fair.
That's a good list.
Post it one more time
very good list.
in the chat. This is a fucking great list of games. I'm really looking forward to Mario 3D World. I'm gonna go out and play that as soon as possible. Buy me Link Between Worlds, finish it. Yeah,
Okay.
Good games in here. Actually, you know what?
Yep.
One last change.
What?
What about swap The Last of Us and Brothers?
Okay, yeah, that's good. Alright, that's a good list. That's our choo-choo list.
That's the choo-choo list. Video Game Choo-choo's first ever game of the year is Gone Home. I think that's a fine pick, if you ask me.
It's perfectly fair.
And we all have personal lists up on the site as of right now. You can go read them. I've read John Stevens, and they're pretty fucking great. You guys should go read them. Mine is clearly the best. It's the real 10 best games of the year.
Oh yeah, also, just to cover this real quick, we got 2 guest lists.
Yeah, guest lists. Read them out.
I'm going to read them out. One of them has more substance to it. The other one might get more substance to it. I'm gonna see if I can get some more. Sure. But, they're from popular contributors to the site. Well, not really contributors, more just people that are friends of the podcast of the sort. So I think it's safe to say that we should read them on the podcast and put them up on the site because they're people that you guys should be familiar with.
Yes.
So the first list is from often question asker, the Mass Negro. And here are his top 10 games of this year. Or at least games that he played this year. Because there's some that he did not play this year, okay? I'm gonna read from 10 to 1. Number 10, Resident Evil 6. And now he says this because although this game is fucking terrible, it's probably the most fun I've had in multiplayer all year. Also, Resident Evil 6 Mercs is really good. Number 9, Diablo 3 on the console. Number 8, Ridiculous Fishing. Number 7, GTA 5. Number 6, Far Cry 3, because he played it this year. Number 5, Injustice. Number 4, Dynasty Warriors 8. Number 3, State of Decay. Number 2, XCOM Enemy Within. And number 1, Saints Row 4.
Saints Row 4 is really good.
And then he also gave us a quick worst games of 2013. And then from 5 to 1, 5, Madden 25, 4, RE6, 3, Aliens Colonial Marines, 2, Ride to Hell, and 1, Payday 2.
That's crazy.
And then he also gave us his 5 most disappointing games of the year.
Okay.
Number 5, Anarchy Reigns. Number 4, WW2K14. Number 3, Bioshock Infinite. Number 2, Tomb Raider. And number 1, TMNT Out of the Shadows.
Anarchy Reigns came out 2 years ago.
No, it came out this year, I think, in...
Did it?
Yeah,
no,
it came out in January. $40.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, look it up.
I must be thinking of Max Anarchy then. The Japanese version of it, that came out way long ago.
Possibly.
And it was like in English and it was region free and you could import it, so everybody was just like, if you wanted that game, you imported it anyway, so.
Alright,
I don't know.
And our second top 10 list is from Andrew Clare, who was a guest on the podcast with me previously. Like I said, he has written a ton of stuff, so I'm just gonna read the list. So I'm gonna have to scroll a little bit, but alright, here. Okay, number 10, Tomb Raider. Number 9, Assassin's Creed 4. Number 8, Pokemon. Number 7, Dive Kick. Number 6, Gone Home. Number 5, New Leaf. Number 4, Zelda. Number 3, Last of Us. Number 2, Ni no Kuni. And number 1, Revengeance. So thank you guys for sending in those lists to us. Hopefully, not to downplay the fact that they sent us lists, but hopefully next year we'll get some more celebrity lists. We'll definitely run your guys' list next year because, like we said, you guys are friends of the show. So
friends of the show.
But yeah, those are really solid lists, and I'm happy that I'm happy that we have people who are willing to send in lists to our website. It's really cool.
But hey, John, you know which list is the best?
Mine?
Our list. Video Game Choo Choo's first ever Game of the Year award list.
Look,
the first thing that we've ever created together that didn't evolve into baseless name calling outside of my part.
Like honestly, I'm really proud that we worked that out, really matured. That was nice.
I only called Mike an idiot 5 times.
And you know what?
He deserved it.
I've known Steven for a while, and that's a huge improvement.
It's really nice that we started out this stupid website just by being idiots, and I feel like we're getting, I don't know.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
We're reaching.
Started from the bottom, now we're all the way fucking here.
We're reaching legitimacy startlingly quick, and I'm really excited to see what next year holds for us, and I'm just excited to bring this content to the masses, to everyone who listens to us, because I don't know, that I just like talking about video games.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. So
follow your dreams.
I'm gonna read this one last time. Video Game Choo Choo's official, legally binding list of good games from 2013. Number 10, Dive Kick. Number 9, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. Number 8, The Last of Us. Number 7, The Stanley Parable. Number 6, Saints Row 4. Number 5, A Link Between Worlds. Number 4, Gunpoint. Number 3, Super Mario 3D World. Number 2, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. And number 1, Gone Home.
And let us not forget to mention our worst piece of trash award goes to Aliens Colonial Marines with the runner-up Defiance.
Dishonorable mention goes to Beyond Two Souls.
That's fair.
Ha-cha-cha. Those games are bad. But hey, we came up with more good games than we came up with bad games.
That's
I
great.
feel like that says a lot.
It's a good year. It was a good year for video games.
It was a good year for all of us, and I'm really looking forward to 2014 with videogamechoochoo.com. URL of the year, chooch.biz.
Guys, I have some bad news.
What's that?
I didn't hit record.
You fucking?
No, man, I didn't hit record.
You fucking?
I'm not fucking, dude.
Don't
I didn't hit record. I didn't hit record,
Don't
dude. I'm
fuck.
not fucking. I swear to God, I'm not fucking.
And today was the day Stephen Epps died. No, it's okay. I have the car
swear to-
recorder going, and we haven't had any problems.
God damn it.
I can
Okay,
put that
yeah,
up.
I actually did hit record.
Don't fuck.
Thanks, John and Steven. This has been a good year. This has been a good.
All right.
I'm happy we were able to keep this weird group going in our own little thing. And
Here's to next year.
rest in peace to Joe Weedman, who we lost. Never forget.
Never forget.
Never forget Owl Joe. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you whenever we record next, which will probably be Tuesday, which is when we record.
Okay.
GameChoochoo.com. Bye, everybody.
See you next year.
Have a good year.
Bye.
Have a good 2014.
For the final time in 2013. Namaste.